Hey, welcome back to another edition of 4 Minutes on Friday. I'm trying some different lighting in my office today, so we'll see if this translates to something that looks very good or not. Today, wanted to talk about something that I have noticed recently, but it's been something that's kind of been in my subconscious for a while. I've worked with and near people who struggle with this, and so it's kind of one of those things that pops up now and then, but lately it's been really in my subconscious quite a bit. And that is the issue of, are you able to celebrate with people when they have successes, or are you caught in the loop of only engaging with individuals when there is something that needs to be corrected, or someplace that you get to speak some truth into someone's life? So are you on that side that likes to celebrate and engage with people in their celebratory moments? Or are you someone who only engages when you have something to tell or to teach? This tension is very real for a lot of people. And it is a tension that I have certainly had to navigate in all of my years as a student ministries pastor, more than a decade. A lot of my interaction with students was whether it be giving advice when they came to ask, or in a teaching setting, and certainly now as a co-pastor and a co-leader of a homeless shelter. There are lots of places where I get to speak into someone's life and be a voice of reason or encouragement or teaching or correction. And so for me, that has been, that's an ongoing thing that I need to be consciously aware of, celebrating with people. When good things happen, engage with them and celebrate those moments with them. Not just be the voice of correction or teaching, but to be a voice of encouragement and lifting up and celebration. Probably the most regular place that we see this happen, and you probably have already guessed where I'm going, is yes, social media. There are lots of your friends, I use that word loosely in terms of social media, but there are probably lots of your friends, there certainly are of mine, that only seek to engage when there is something to be corrected. Hey, you're wrong on this, and here's why you're wrong, and here's what you should do, and here's why you should think like me. That voice shows up in some of our lives much more often than, much more often than we would like, certainly, but much more often than is healthy. And it is difficult to know when to cut that off, when to say, you know what, that's enough. And push away from that relationship and say, you are not someone that has my best interest in mind at all. Your voice of correction is always, you're wrong, I'm right. And all of us get to a point where we recognize how destructive that is in our own lives. And we have to push away from that. My continual hope is that those relationships could be recovered and salvaged. But sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes it is simply one of those things that has to be fully let go of. So my encouragement to you on this day is to, if people trust you with your voice of correction or teaching, use that wisely. Don't always be the voice that says, here's where you're wrong and here's how to fix it. Be a voice that regularly celebrates with people, because in that celebration earns you the right then to speak into their lives with correction when those things present themselves. And here is another word about correction. And I'm actually in about a month going to do a full 4 minutes on the way that we love and demonstrate the love for one another. Your voice of love in that correction is incredibly important. If your voice is simply one that is kind of pounding and crushing people, you're going to lose the right to speak into their lives in a heartbeat. All right, we are, as usual, this should maybe be turned into 5 minutes on Friday, because we are always closer to 5 than we are 4. At any rate, have a great week. See you next time.